Harry's Wife, Part 100.39. Senator Markle? Hello. I'm H.G. Tudor. Reference has been made intermittently to Harry's wife's political ambitions. This, of course, is unsurprising. Politics is a honeypot for our kind. It allows people to get their hands on power, access money, all of which, of course, allows the assertion of control in a fantastic way, the drawing of fuel, the acquisition of character traits, and many residual benefits. Indeed, as political systems around the world became developed, they were in effect hijacked by our kind, as our narcissism recognized that they're such brilliant vehicles for us to get to the prime aims. This then created an almost self-perpetuating circumstance. Not in every political system around the world, but in many, the fact is it draws narcissists to it, which means that the best prospect of succeeding in that environment is, of course, to be a narcissist. And therefore, it brings in more. Those that aren't don't necessarily get to the top, or they're chewed up and spat out. Of course, ultimately, politics is such that there's so much to try and control that even certain graters would find themselves in a position whereby they would decide, I'm going to go and do something else, and would move on from it. Witness Boris Johnson in that regard. And the fact is, politics is a draw to our kind. And Harry's wife's narcissism is no different. It convinces her that she would be an excellent politician. Whereas, of course, we can all see, as a consequence of her mid-range status, that she wouldn't last 5 minutes. Assuming somehow she managed to become voted in, say, as a senator, and there is a risk, perhaps amongst the crazies in California, that that might occur, she wouldn't get much further. Whilst her narcissism, of course, would repeatedly enable her to deal with the threats to control, she would create so many as a consequence of collateral effects that her narcissism would spend its time firefighting. She lacks the intellect, the polish, the charisma, the narc-craft to navigate those choppy waters of politics to get anywhere of significance and note. That, of course, isn't going to stop her trying. Her levels of self-delusion are off the charts, and there is a risk that she will go down that route. Now, having explained all of that, where is all of this going? Well, we'll just pause for a moment. And before I tell you about all of this, that what has been unearthed on my behalf, I preface it. I function as a narcissistic psychopath on evidence and logic. I am not led by my emotions. I have them, but my decision-making process is based upon my narcissism and my psychopathy, namely, the drive for the prime aims where I'm dealing with other people. I make my decisions based upon the evidence, assimilating it, evaluating it, drawing it all in from a variety of sources, assessing its legitimacy and its credibility before making a considered decision, often promptly, sometimes in a matter of milliseconds, in other instances with greater periods of consideration. I think through the options, the outcomes, the possibilities, the ways that things can be dealt with in order to get to where I want and to lessen and remove any potential threats to control. I regularly explain to you, as my valuable viewers and those in consultation, that you always must go to the evidence and not be led by your emotions. Your emotions create a perception which invariably is inaccurate. It causes you, for instance, to believe that you're being hoovered all of the time when you're not. It causes you to be fearful of what the narcissist might do when actually you needn't be. It causes you to believe that the narcissist is going to follow you to the ends of the earth and crush you into dust when actually the evidence demonstrates that's not the case. And therefore, I regularly encourage people, you must go to the evidence and apply logic. With that theme in mind, I have been presented with some material which suggests that steps are being made to gear up for Harry's wife to run for office. This material was provided to me by one of my readers, one of my listeners. Certainly, the evidence exists, but what is unclear is who's behind it. Is it a member of Harry's wife's team? Maybe. Or is it somebody else that has decided that they're going to get in first and create these things with a view to making some money, and it's nothing to do with Harry's wife at all? Possibly. It might even be somebody engaging in some mischief making, creating these things to suggest, look, she really does have political ambitions and it started already. Who does she think she is? In order to create some misinformation for the purposes of generating views, causing skullduggery. Accordingly, this might be genuine, and steps are being made by Harry's wife's team to gear up in that regard. Alternatively, it's nothing to do with her, but somebody looking ahead thinks, I think that she might run for political office, and therefore I want to be ahead of the curve in terms of domain names and merch. Or it might just be someone who's deliberately created this to have a bit of fun and stir things up. You need that to be at the forefront of your mind as you now listen to what I have to explain to you, and you can make your own view to the legitimacy of this. The fact is, it exists, but the question mark is, who has generated it? You will see from on your screens that there is a screenshot that was sent to me about senatormarkle.com, and that this has been registered as a domain. Furthermore, there is a second one, which, as you can see, it's come from one of my viewers. They've got the Fruit Loop in the screenshot, but also that presidentmarkle.com has been registered. Again, this might have just been registered by somebody who is looking to use that for their own purposes, or it might be that it has been done because it's gearing up towards a potential run. To suggest that presidentmarkle.com could be registered seems a little bit strange, and it's not clear whether that would actually be a legitimate website to have. But if we click on senatormarkle.com, it would appear that there is a merchandising site. Oh yes, you're told that you get free shipping when you join Team Markle, and undoubtedly you may go and look for yourself. It has 3 stars and Senator Markle, California, and brand new Senator Markle 2022. And so if one goes into the shop, we have a range of items which are the traditional ones which are created from various online merch stores, and it's powered by Shopify. We have a ceramic mug that you could purchase for $22.99, Senator Markle, California, or a MM 2022 t-shirt for $31.99, a Samsung Galaxy phone case of multiple sizes at $25.99, a Senator Markle Classic mug at $19.99, a Senator Markle Classic tea, $25.99, a Senator Markle floor mat. I'm sure many people would enjoy wiping their feet on that, $34.99, a Senator Markle iPhone case, a Senator Markle tote bag, and a Senator Markle travel mug with a lid. It appears that this website is in its very early stages. New arrivals provides us with no information. Apparel is just a Queen of Hearts hoodie and 2 t-shirts. Drinkware shows us 5 mugs, one of which has Duchess of Success upon it. Accessories is the tote bag, phone case, and mat, as mentioned. And that's it. You can subscribe by providing your email, and there's a variety of ways through which you can pay. There are methods of following this individual, and on Twitter there is a Senator Markle handle, at Senator Markle, your favourite Harry's wife inspired shop. And this just has 14 followers and was created in January 2021. And there are a few posts which seem to be favourable of Harry's wife in terms of mocking Piers Morgan. So it would suggest that this material is something that has actually been created by a supporter of Harry's wife rather than it being anything to do with her herself gearing up for a run politically. There is an Instagram site also which provides us with, again, Senator Markle, Los Angeles, and it has 162 posts with 804 followers, and references made to Welcome to Word Lilibet Diana, then in honour of the birth of Lilibet Diana, the Senator Markle mug has been photographed, so somebody's actually gone and bought one. There's a phone case which has images of Harry's wife and Harry on the back. So again, more supportive content and reference to the Sussex squad. So this does not appear to be an official account to do with Harry's wife, but it's interesting already that someone is clearly supporting her political tilt, and we'll be looking to cash in on it in due course. It again demonstrates the level of delusion among some of the supporters, and this particular account is not widely followed either, demonstrating, of course, that the popularity that Harry's wife believes that she has is nowhere as great as it is in her own deluded mind. I'm H.G. Tudor. Thank you for listening.